channel that takes you from coast to coast and con to con. I am your travel guide, Brendan, and we are here again in the scary sanctuary, ready for another live watch party. Tonight, we're going to continue the theme from last week, and we're going to watch Hatchet 2. Another fun watch, guys. We're going to get some more Victor Crowley. It's going to be a fantastic time with you all. I'm glad that you're able to hang out with me tonight. We're going to do like we usually do at this time. We're going to, hang out a bit and wait for, a few people to fall in, give them maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and then we'll roll the film. And then, we'll just talk about all the cool stuff that's going on, talk about the movie, just whatever you guys want to talk about. This is that time to actually hang out with your travel guides, simply because, usually during the vlogs we get to actually, just go through conventions and we don't get to really interact. So this is the time for you guys, the travelers, to hang out with me and just, shoot the stuff, as I would say. So guys, hope you're having a good night. I just got back from Austin for a great weekend. Looking forward to this upcoming weekend for Tulsa, for the Tulsa HorrorCon. If you're familiar with my channel, I did a video in regards to the OKC HorrorCon earlier this year, and they're doing a holiday edition starting on Friday, which is Friday the 13th. So it's a fantastic time to get together with your horror family and friends and get very spooky. There's going to be more than a few Krampuses there, I'm pretty sure. So that's going to be a great time, guys. I'm going to make sure to try to live stream a bit from that, and also, of course, vlog the event. So, guys, be on the lookout for that. It's a great time. Hope everyone is enjoying themselves this week. It was a long weekend, but hey, we are here to get some horror stuff started. Of course, guys, this is a film that is free to watch on Tubi. I included the link there on the Horror Greenbook. And of course, people, feel free to comment if you're on your phone or if you're near a keyboard to type up some fun stuff. And if you're new here, make sure to, stick around. Make sure to subscribe if you want. But yeah, hope everyone is doing well. I want to turn up the capture, so hopefully you guys can hear it a bit better now. But yeah, guys, yeah, what's going on? Hope everyone's doing well. All right, I got some likes there, so I think that's a bit better. But yeah, let's see what's going on with some horror news, guys. I haven't seen what is going on as of late, but I am definitely looking forward to Nosferatu coming very soon. We're like 2 weeks away, so that's going to be great. Has anyone seen Y2K or Werewolves? I haven't yet. I have a good friend that saw Y2K, and let's just say he wasn't the biggest fan of it. So that may be something that I'll catch on streaming when I'm a bit bored. So that's going to be good. And it looks like for theaters, well, for another little bit of a theater run, they're going to have Terrifier 3 going back into make a little bit of more money. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, guys. And of course, Y2K came out, but I haven't seen it yet, so hopefully that's good. Hopefully you're doing good, Joseph. Thanks a lot for the help, man. Yes. For everyone, is checking in. Thanks a lot. It looks like I'm going through a little bit of horror news on Bloody Disgusting. So it looks like there's going to be a Shudder series called Horror's Greatest. It's going to be coming back for season 2. I actually have seen that, and I put it on my watch list, but I haven't actually gotten a chance to check it out. So I've heard some really good things about Horror's Greatest on Shudder, so that's going to be fun. Hope you all are enjoying your Christmas-related horror, all of your good stuff that's going on. Yeah, Joseph, Hatchet 2 is fun, man. That's one of my favorite ones for sure. Let's see here. Okay, cool. I had to do some updating on some things here. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like Stream is going to make a physical media debut on VHS. That's pretty cool. That was another fun tidbit. I saw Stream in theaters. I should check it again. That was a pretty interesting watch. I'm still a little bit unfamiliar. Well, I'm a little bit uncertain, I should say, in regards to how I actually feel about Stream. I kind of want to check it out again. It was a pretty long film. Maybe they could have cut a good 15 minutes from it, but it was very entertaining for sure. I did see something really cool that Focus Features is selling a Nosferatu sarcophagus bed for $25,000, guys. That's absolutely crazy. If you had the funds, would you grab that? I mean, it looks pretty cool. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. And yeah, Joseph, we are the scary fam for sure, man. That's what we're here for, man. We're all about loving the horror genre and everything that it has to offer. I was seeing here that Final Destination Bloodlines may have a pre-summer 2025 release date. That's pretty cool. That Final Destination is coming back. I mean, that's a great remnant of the 2000s. So it's good to see that they're coming back with more Final Destination related stuff. Yeah, let's see. But yeah, man, it's been really cool. In other horror news, The Substance earned 5 Golden Globe nominations, including Best Picture. That's absolutely awesome. Let me look into that and see what they were nominated for. Demi definitely should have gotten a nomination. So they were nominated for Best Picture, Best Director, which is awesome. Best performance by an actress in a motion picture by for Demi, which is awesome. Best performance by an actress in a supporting role, which is Margaret. So that's cool that both of them got nominated, and also for best screenplay. So that's super cool, guys. That the Substance is getting some recognition by the powers that be. So we're hoping that that will translate over to some Oscar success, guys. Because I mean, if you saw The Substance, then you know that the female leads did absolutely fantastic. Um, I mean, the fact that a body horror film would get a little bit of prestige nominations, that's very cool. And also Alien Romulus was nominated, so that's really cool. So I mean, the Golden Globes are getting with it. Hopefully, the Oscars will do the same, but we don't necessarily need any Oscar clout. Us horror fans will always support the genre. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that, Joseph. I'm excited for Final Destination Bloodlines as well. If anything, to expect some pretty gnarly kills from that franchise. So that's going to be cool. Let's see. Let's see if anything else is coming in. Oh, Bill Mosley and Skeet Ulrich will be joining the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. That's pretty cool. I have a few friends that are really big into the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. I haven't played it yet, but it looks like it's a fun time. I've watched them play around with it a bit on their Twitch streams, so it's pretty awesome. Oh man, but yeah, it's a great time to be a horror fan, guys. There's so much going on. Um, wow, Night of the Living Cat trailer. Takashi Miyake. His last name always gets me. But yeah, he's having an anime series with that. That's very cool. And we got some news with the Black Phone too. Yeah, I mean, great time. Like seriously, to be a horror fan. I mean, we keep getting all types of good news. Um, yeah, guys, let's start the film. Let's say another couple of minutes. We got an official poster for the 28 years later, um, movie, which is the sequel to 28 Weeks Later and 28 Days Later. I'm excited for that. Oh man, if you guys are excited for 28 years later, definitely hit that like button. because I'm a big fan of that franchise, and it's a franchise that has, the one of those worlds that you can't help but be a bit fascinated with. And part of my fascination with it is the fact that I would not want to be in that universe at all. I mean, fast infected people are not my thing at all. Like, seriously, the fact that I'm really going to have to break out into a sweat to get away from a pack of those people, nah, not my thing. Slow zombies are the way to go. Let me be able to get some distance away from you. But, slow zombies are terrifying in their own way because, they eventually catch up on you. They'll sneak up on you. But yeah, guys, let's start the film at 45 past the hour. So we got a couple more minutes. Who's all in here? If you guys are available to chat, definitely do not feel afraid to chat. This is what I love. This is my time to interact with you all. They pull out this cool little Terrifier 2 lunchbox. That's pretty cool. I can put that with my Art Krispies box. Oh, he plays The Quarry. Yeah, The Quarry is actually a very good game. I have played The Quarry for a little bit, so I am familiar with that one. Unfortunately, I don't get as much time to game as much as I used to before I became a dad. That's one of the things that I kind of do miss about pre-dadhood, was being able to indulge in video games like most of the day. You got some good news. Azrael, the film that's starring Samara Weaving, hits Blu-ray in January. Guys, that is a highly recommended film. Definitely check out Azrael. Samara, she's that type of chick that she can do no wrong in my book. She is totally such an awesome person. Whenever she appears in a horror movie, you just know that, it's going to be a fun watch. I don't know if it's her or her management or whoever is picking the scripts for her, but they do a fantastic job. But yeah, GTA 6 video game releases in 2025. Oh man, GTA is wow, man. Just like I'm someone that's old enough to remember when the first GTA came out and made noise. So to see, where it's come to from where it's come from is just like so crazy. Like the whole open world aspect of it now, multiplayer aspect of it, the fact that you have people making videos, it's just like, it's definitely surreal. But yeah, I really, really definitely do look forward to what's going to go on with GTA 6 as an OG fan. Oh, cool. They had some. I'm not a Funko fan, but I have a lot of friends that are, and they have the real Ghostbusters Funko toys, which is awesome. I am a huge fan of the real Ghostbusters cartoon series, like any other kid of the 80s that is familiar with it. All right, guys, we got 1 minute until Hatchet 2. 1 minute. Let me go ahead and queue myself up. Okay. All right, guys, and we will be starting pretty soon. So at 45 past the hour, we're going to go ahead and hit our play buttons and start the chaos with more Victor Crowley. And this one is even better because Danielle Harris is in this one, taking over for the Mary Beth role. And you can't go wrong with more Danielle Harris. All right, guys, hit the play button. Okay, hold on, guys. Actually, I forgot to put it like sound to my headphones. Let me change that. Alrighty. All right, that should be better. All right, guys, let's start that over. All right, roll it now. I should have checked that before. But we're here, guys. Thanks a lot, Joseph. Scarefest was awesome, man. Like, I can't wait to go back again. Absolutely crazy amount of people. Yeah, I love a great horror convention. Oh, and we're starting right back from where we left off. But hey, Mary Beth looks a little different. Oh man, this is such a fun sequel. You're definitely gonna meet me, Joseph, for sure. Danielle getting her swim on, and I'm gonna give you guys plenty of time checks throughout the movie. In particular through ad breaks, because I'll be watching it through Tubi with you all. I don't want to get too far ahead of people without going through ads myself. And if anyone's joining in and they want to get a timestamp, just go ahead and ask for a timestamp. Yeah, I'm so glad Danielle Harris is in this. Yeah, Joseph. I have a Halloween 5 poster as well. Yeah, I'm a huge Danielle Harris guy, but you know that you're one of the known travelers, so you know how we get down over here. We take no Danielle Harris slander over here. Yep, they go lurking in those swamps. Victor Crowley is a legend. Yeah, I love the practical effects in movies like this. Just good old, that's that old school horror feel. And it's so funny because I kind of got onto the Hatchet series late. I didn't see the first Hatchet until well after the second one had hit DVD. So I had a good buddy of mine who recommended it to me. He was like, "You got to see Hatchet 1 and 2," and he was like, "Your girl Danielle's in it." Drinking out of the portable urinal. Here, take a swig of this. Is that probably like the worst thing that you could actually take a swig out of? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, super chats definitely help, but I mean, I don't necessarily ask for those. I mean, but if someone wants to support the channel, definitely feel free to. It definitely helps out. It's like PBS. Thanks to viewers like you. Flesh Suitman, how's it going? Oh, Restless, how's it going, y'all? Thanks for joining in. Just getting some good Hatchet 2 fun in. We're at 4 minutes and 17 seconds. Yeah, just nothing much. Just unwinding on a Monday. Your daddy was into some trouble. Yes, definitely. Smash the like button. Help get the channel out to other horror lovers that may like this content. Girl, you gotta go. You took some refreshing urinal liquids. Good old Reverend Zombie. Yes, yes, I have watched them before. It's a fun one that I like to revisit every now and then. Flesh Suitman, but I definitely want to rewatch them again. With the passing of Tony. Yeah, this film is like absolutely crazy. But I love the Hatchet series though. Yeah, I would definitely like to invite Brandon someday. I'm pretty sure he would be down to do a live stream and talk about horror. I mean, he's a super cool guy. I'm glad I got to meet him in person. Oh, really? Oh man. You know what? I do want to go to CT Horror Fest. I've been meaning to do more East Coast related horror cons. The only one that I've been fortunate enough to go to so far is in Massachusetts for it's TerraCon. I had to kind of think of the names. So many cons. Yeah, that's one of those things with people canceling. I wanted to meet Tony Todd also in back in August. Some nice boobs on the screen, guys. Can't miss out on those. But but Tony, I've heard so many great stories about him from people, so I was a bit bummed when Tony Todd canceled in August. That was my only opportunity to meet him at a convention. But definitely looking forward to meeting as many horror celebrities as possible next year. But okay, so there's two next year, Hartford and Stanford. Okay, cool, cool. I'll look into the dates on those. Hey, Old Restless, I will be going to Silver Screen Con next year. Oh man, I wanted to go so bad this year, but I kind of had a timing issue. So I did Terracon again, but this year for sure, I'm definitely going to do Silver Screen Con. Mainly because it'd be cool to meet Spencer, see like the displays from all the music videos and things of that nature. So it seems like it's going to be an awesome time. So I think I'll likely go and I'll try to see if I could get with one of my good friends, Montavious, to go there. Oh man, Danielle Harris is awesome. Seriously, she's a sweetheart. If you ever get a chance to meet her, she's super cool. I remember my first time meeting her, I was a bit nervous, but I've met her maybe like 3 times so far, and I'll probably see her again sometime really soon. I'm pretty lucky that she lives in Texas. Oh, there you go, nut shot. Ooh, gut shot. Yeah, oh restless. If you do see me at a con, at any horror convention, definitely do not be afraid to come say hello. I'm someone that likes to meet the people that I talk to on here or the people that watch um, all of the stuff that I do on the channel. It means a lot to me to hang out with y'all and talk for a bit. Hey, keep at it, Joseph. Keep at that YouTubing, buddy. You gotta pump out that content. Oh, so bloody. Oh, Doug Bradley's super cool. I met Doug for the first time earlier this year, I believe in June, and that guy's so awesome. Like, he has this like very understated coolness about him. Maybe it's the British thing, but He's very cool. I mean, he's so knowledgeable about so many things. Um, I like hearing him read the classics or just all types of horror books and literature. So that's pretty cool. Oh, he's your first signing. Oh, that's very cool. That I mean, that's a pretty awesome first signing to have. Mm, 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 mm. Yes, Doug does charge a pretty reasonable price. Goodness, I can't remember how much he charged. I think I just got his autograph, and I think his autograph may have been $50. I don't think it was more than $60. So I was very glad to have his autograph. I have it on his I believe his horror book. It's somewhere actually down there. Oh, Antonio Reeves, yeah, great player, basketball player. Yeah, 60 was not bad at all. Like, I would gladly pay that for a horror royalty. It is crazy. Oh, vomit alert. But it's crazy because you have those people that you would actually. Oh, look at Adam. I like how he makes those cameos like Alfred Hitchcock and and other directors like M Night. Yeah, yeah. Roger charges 80. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. There are certain people that charge certain amounts that you will gladly pay whatever they're charging, and then for other people you're just like, eh. Like for instance, who started doing cons recently? Alec Baldwin just started doing cons. He was at I believe one of Monster Mania. Yeah, he was at Monster Mania con, and I believe his autograph was like 140 or something to that effect. It was something crazy. I'm just like, man, look, I love you in Beetlejuice, and there are other films that I really enjoyed you in, but I'm not that big of an Alec Baldwin fan. But as you see by the posters here, I'm a huge Nightmare on Elm Street fan, so I will gladly pay that $125 for Robert England anytime. So it's a matter of perspective. Tony, we love you, Tony. We miss you. R.I.P. Danielle Harris, I believe Danielle charges. I think Danielle's like 80, and that's for the autograph and the picture, I believe. Yeah, definitely save your money, man. There are so many celebrities at Scarefest. They said it was the largest horror convention in the country, and just based on the sheer amount of guests, there were like over 100 guests at Scarefest. So it was crazy. Oh, Kirsty is your favorite final girl. Hey, let me tell you something about Ashley. That woman has not aged a lick. That woman still looks fantastic. I saw her at Days of the Dead, one of the Days of the Dead earlier this year. It may have been Las Vegas, and whew, she still looks amazing, smoking hot. You're right, old restless. Robert's worth every bit of the money, every single penny. I'm not much of a photo op guy, but there's a picture. Wait. The picture right there. It's a picture of me and Robert England. So I gladly pay the money to get Robert's picture and autograph. And I met him at Terracon. Daniel looked so good in this film. But yeah, Ashley, I mean, she found the fountain of youth for sure. She looks great. Yeah, Kirsty's an amazing final girl for sure. So that she's a very very admirable one to have. Yeah, definitely vlog it, Joseph, for sure. That's gonna help out your channel gets some exposure, especially being a big con like that. So, oh, Restless, was that the Terracon last year? If so, that was the one that I was at as well. Uh, my first ad, guys. Let's see what this ad's for. This is for Mevo. Okay. So I don't necessarily know why I got this ad, but hey, I've had worse ads show up on Tubi. Oh, that was a great time. Um, I'll always remember that Terracon because at the photo op line, it's such a long line. And, the line's moving quickly, of course, because, Robert has a super long line and they're trying to get everyone in and out. And so, I'm ready for my photo with him and everything. And I'm wearing my Freddy's Nightmare shirt. And, he sees me and he goes, wait, hold up a second. It's like, that's a Freddy's Nightmare shirt? And I'm like, yeah, that just came out recently. And he's like, oh, wow, that's very cool. I haven't seen that before. That's very cool. Where did you get that from, man? He's asking me questions about this shirt. And I'm like, wow, Robert England is stopping the line to talk about my shirt with him. And I'm not trying to hold up the line, but when Robert England wants to talk to you, you talk to that man. So that's a memory that I'll keep with me for sure. The fact that, Robert England stood up his own line for a bit for me to, talk about the shirt. Oh, NBA 2K 25 is okay. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I don't do much gaming in regards to sports games much, except for when I'm hanging out with one of my best buddies back home. We'll fire up some Madden or some NBA 2K. I love how we get more backstory to Victor's tragic story. So you worked three of the CT Horror Fest, and I've had a few interactions with the actors, and every single one was so down to earth. That is the best thing about horror cons, Flesh Suitman, because as you know, we love these movies. We love these movies. We love these actors and actresses, and we have this idea of who they may be in real life. Now, granted, we're not naive. We expect some people are going to be a-holes in some cases, but I am so shocked the amount of people that I've met that are just like so down to earth. Like, you meet some people that are just like so warm, and you see why they continue to have fans that come from all over to support them. Like, one of my biggest surprises recently was Melissa Barrera. Oh, she was so sweet. Like, one of the most warm celebrities that I've had the fortune of meeting. She was a complete sweetheart. So many like great stories I've heard from people that have met her and people that saw her multiple days and she remembered their name. And it's just like, wow, that's so cool how people can do that. Yeah, you're right, oh Restless. It's all hard cons for the most part with me. But there is one, well, there are a couple of cons that aren't hard majority that I want to go to, mainly because they gather a good fan base of horror fans or horror celebrities. One is Steel City Con in Pittsburgh. They get a great lineup of horror celebrities, and it looks like a lot of fun. It's a major con, and I'm glad that they do it multiple times a year. They actually just did one this past weekend that Matthew Lillard was at. Speaking of Matthew Lillard, Matthew's a man of the people. I mean, that man's line is out the door in a lot of cases, and he will stick around. Him and Skeet and Jamie will stick around until that last person gets their autograph, and that is so admirable. That's so cool. And the second one that I want to go to is Dragon Con in Atlanta because it gets so many people from all over, but that's a very intimidating con. But I want to do it one year. I have good friends that go every year, so I may do that with them. I like how they do like a horror related photo, like for the cosplayers. They have like different cosplay photo ops. So like for Star Wars, they'll have a Star Trek one. They'll have like a Doctor Who one. They'll have a horror related one. Whatever fan base you can think of that people are cosplaying for, they'll have a photo for that particular meetup. Yeah, Matthew Lillard's awesome. It was cool because I saw him at Scarefest and he was doing the same thing. He was just walking through the crowd, he was photobombing some people. There was this one girl. Oh my god, man, it was it was so cool to see. Like he literally like walked right past her, and she was just like, "Oh my gosh, you're Matthew Lillard," and he's just like, "Yeah, yeah," like, and he photobombed her because she was like, well, that's how he got her attention because she was like taking a selfie, and he like just hopped in her picture. This girl freaked out, like, so she got a free Matthew Lillard picture, and that's just like so cool whenever you see that. It was cool to see like the people like follow him around like he's the Pied Piper. Victor. It's cool to see Kane Hodder do some good acting. I mean, right here. Because we never really get a chance to see Kane do acting outside of like the glorified cameos. Yeah, man. Tony Todd's just that's still a bummer for me, man. I'm really hurt from that. It's gonna take a while for me to get over that. That's like the same pain that I felt with when George Romero passed, and also when Wes Craven passed. I mean, those guys really meant a lot to me and my fandom. So, oh, Restless, you met Jamie and felt the interaction was genuine. I made him laugh. It was nice. Yeah, Jamie's really cool. Jamie seems like really laid back. I haven't met anyone from the Scream cast yet. Mainly because their lines are like so long. I want to wait until I get like VIP, and then I'm going to go ahead and just save the money and just go ahead and get them all at one particular event because those lines are pretty long. And it's cool because I probably will bring my son to meet Matthew Lillard because I know I could always skip the line because he lets parents with kids and family members that may have other family members with like special needs. He lets them skip the line, and that's another reason why he's a man of the people. That guy's like so cool. I love him. Let's see. Flesh Suit Man says, I was wearing a zombie shirt and Kane Hodder was walking around and he told me he liked my shirt. Kane's super cool. A super cool Kane Hodder story that I witnessed recently was I was at OKC HorrorCon and he was just walking around. I think it was either going to lunch or coming back. I think it was actually going to lunch. And he saw this kid who's pretty known in the Oklahoma horror scene and some of the Texas horror scene. He's a little mini Jason cosplayer. And Kane saw that kid and he immediately stopped what he was doing to take a picture with that kid. And it was so cool. And what was so awesome, first of all, the kid did not break character, first and foremost, which is super cool. And second, you could just see the pride on the dad's face of like, man, he could tell it made his day. And Kane was like, hey, I'm going out to lunch. Come back to my table later and come get an autograph and another picture. And that was just like so cool to see. And that's why horror celebs are the best celebs because they know how much those moments mean to us and our family members. And those are moments that we'll talk about for years to come. Like, seriously. Let's see. Oh, Restless. Lillard actually walks amongst us common folk. A lot of celebs just hide behind curtains. Yeah, you're so right. Like, it's so cool to see Matthew Lillard and other people. I know I've seen other celebs do the same. Like, I've seen Melissa Barrera do the same. I've seen people like Corey Taylor do the same. Another person that's pretty notorious for doing that is um David Arquette. David Arquette loves to go around to different vendors and buy stuff from them. So that's very cool. Does Jamie Lee Curtis do cons? She has done one con. She did Horror Hound like a decade back. I forgot exactly how long ago that was. You can see the documentary online. It's called The Night She Came Home, I believe. But you'll be able to find that documentary. There's hope. There's hope that we will possibly get a Jamie Lee Curtis sighting at Halloween 50, at age 50. Keeping my fingers crossed. Because she's top on my list of celebrities to meet and get an autograph from. And I would gladly spend upwards to $500 for Jamie Lee Curtis's autograph and photo. I would gladly put away $500 for that experience. The prices, the line, everything. And it's crazy. It's even going to be crazier than that first and only horror con that she's done. Because you got to think about it. Think about how many new fans Jamie Lee has garnered since Halloween 2018. Like, that's crazy. Like, there's so many kids now that are Jamie Lee fanatics. Like, for instance, like, okay, my son was born in 2015. So he was 3 years old, going on 4 when Halloween 2018 came out. This kid loves Jamie Lee. Seriously. So if Jamie Lee makes an appearance at a con, he's got to come with me. He's coming with me for sure with that. My thoughts on the new 28 Years Later Now trilogy. I'm excited to see what happens with it. I hope they don't drop the ball with it. They've given, well, it's one of those things where it's a delicate balance, because when they rush sequels, it can be a bad thing. And when they take too long with sequels, it can be a bad thing. Hopefully, they're very respectful of the franchise. I love 28 Days Later. Love 28 Weeks Later. So I hope they're able to stick the landing on 28 Years Later. Yeah, she's a great actress. Yeah, I would say there's definitely a new generation of Jamie Lee fans. It is crazy. And I would say definitely for Halloween 2018. I see so many little kids at horror cons that are fanatics. Like, I see little kids in the line for like James Jude Courtney and Nick Castle, and they're just geeked. And you could tell, like, you can see the excitement in their faces. It's not just their parents putting them in that line. They're excited to see them as well. So I know Jamie Lee's going to be freaking crazy. Yeah, speaking of Danielle and Jamie Lee, I'm pretty sure you guys knew about the Halloween Ends, the scenario that kind of happened with Scout Taylor Compton and Danielle Harris when they met Jamie Lee. And, Jamie Lee was pretty tired, so probably it was a bit underwhelming, and, it was a bit of a miscommunication with that meetup. So it was a bit disappointing for them. But I hear that they were in contact recently, that Ellie Cornell had actually put them in contact with each other through, and Jamie Lee's daughter had actually put them together to reach out, for Jamie Lee to reach out to Danielle and Scout. And I think they made up. So that's awesome. I love knowing that, because when Jamie Lee was gone, Danielle Harris and of course Donald Pleasance held the Halloween franchise down while Jamie Lee was off being a A-list actress. So to know that, especially with the reverence that both Scout and Danielle have for Jamie Lee, that they were able to make that right and patch things up. That was one of the best things that I heard over the past couple of weeks. No, I haven't seen Borderlands, but of course I've seen Freaky Friday. I have definitely seen Freaky Friday. Man, Scout is amazing. Old Restless. Scout is quite a lovely woman, and my favorite thing about Scout is her laugh. Her laugh is so infectious. She has one of those laughs that whenever you hear it, you can't help but laugh yourself. So I've definitely have met Scout for a couple of times. I always look forward to meeting those women whenever I get a chance. Hey, Reign of Horror, how's it going? Thanks for coming in, joining us for Hatchet 2. Guys, we are at 29 minutes and 11 seconds. We just had Danielle Harris in the shower. Yeah, Danielle Harris was awesome. She's one of those great stories of a child actor growing up and becoming a pretty well adjusted person. What I like about Danielle is Danielle has talked about her shortcomings and things of that nature with being a celebrity and things, her ups and downs, in regards to like, dealing with a stalker, dealing with all types of other things, addictions. Um, it's just really cool to know that people are, you know, our favorite horror actors and actresses are really just like us. They're no different. Yeah, I love Jamie Lloyd, man. Flesh Suitman, he says, hot take. Well, we don't know if you're. I don't want to misgender you, Flesh Suitman. I'm sorry about that. But Flesh Suitman says, hot take. I think Michael and Loomis should have been the sequel man story. Pure evil and what evil could do to a man. Halloween 4 could have let the Laurie connection go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Halloween 4 did not need the Laurie connection. It wasn't necessarily, something that was needed. Let's see. I think Michael and Loomis should have been the sequel. Yeah. And that's the great thing about Donald Pleasance. And I think Donald Pleasance is super cool because he's like one of those actors that really put his all into whatever film he was in. Like the fact that he's chewing up scenery as Dr. Loomis, especially in like Halloween 4. Oh man. Halloween 4 is fun. It just ramps it up and gets crazier in Halloween 5. Smile 2? You know what? I enjoyed how they ramped things up for Smile 2. I wish they would have included a little bit more lore. I think they should have included a little bit more backstory, but including backstory is a little bit of a hard dance to do because you reveal too much, it takes away mystique. Oh, you got RA in the house. It's cool to like know that some of these people. Well, a lot of these people were at Scarefest. So if you guys enjoy Hatchet, check out my Scarefest 2024 video, and you'll see the Hatchet panel. It's pretty fun. Whenever you get a chance to see a Hatchet panel, you know it's going to be a good time. But I really enjoyed part of the ending. I like how the ending was pretty. It's one of those endings that makes you think, oh, what next? So I don't want to spoil the ending for those of you that haven't seen it. But I love how they ramp things up. They have some pretty gnarly kills. And they leave things open for a sequel, of course, because I'm pretty sure it made a lot of money. Yeah, keep pushing, man. That's the only way you're gonna meet people on YouTube is to keep putting out that content, and the algorithm is gonna do its thing. Yeah, the main sequel story. Avery Avery's tempting, man. Ari's funny, man. I love. All right, he's a pretty fun guy. And you got a Lloyd Kaufman cameo there. I love a good Lloyd Kaufman cameo in a horror film, even if it's not a horror film. Like even in Rocky, how many people have seen the movie Rocky that are horror fans and don't realize that Lloyd Kaufman is in Rocky? Those cookies must have been the bomb. Bon appetit. Tony Todd making an entrance as Dr. Voodoo. Yeah, he's the drunk guy, Flesh Loopman. He's the drunk guy. It's so interesting to see a young Lloyd Kaufman. It's one of those things. It's like a young Morgan Freeman or someone. You're just like, wow, you're actually young at one point. Hey, $500. Yes, he did make a cameo in Slither. And it's funny, we just saw Slither on the channel a couple of weeks back. Hey, thanks a lot, Joseph. That's what I'm here for, man. I love hanging out with all the cool horror family, talking horror, talking about what you guys like, what you guys didn't like, what you guys saw recently. That's why I tell people, I mean, hey, this is one of my favorite things to do in life is to talk horror with people that are as enthusiastic about it as I am. Yeah, it's a fun watch. It had been maybe a good 10 years since I had seen it before the watch party recently, so it was a cool one to go back to. I mean, I enjoy Elizabeth Banks, so you see Elizabeth Banks, you get Michael Rooker and all types of other people. So, oh yeah, I like Scary and Terry, yeah, and Money. Everyone's like, oh, time to go. Nah, I'm good, man. Even the baddest of the bad are like, nah, man, I'll make $500 another way. Yes, I did meet Terry. Terry was with them at Scarefest. That's why I made my introductions pretty quick with them because I know that Brandon was with the fam, so I didn't want to take up too much of their time because they're with the kiddo as well. I'm pretty sure they're really looking forward to Horror Hound. So it's just like I wanted to say hello and tell Brandon how much of an inspiration that he was to me, that he is to me still. Man, how nice it was to actually meet him. Did I say Doctor Zombie earlier? Reverend Zombie, jeez. Doctor Zombie is actually a cosplayer out here in Texas. Oh, there's a Shutter Discord. Flesh Suitman. You should follow me on Instagram under Horror Greenbook on Instagram and send me the link to the Discord. I definitely wouldn't mind joining. I'm in a few Discords like the Joe Bob Briggs one, the last drive-in Discord. May I help you? Okay, well, Actually, you could send me an email. Actually, you can email it to me at horrorgreenbook@gmail.com. Just all one word, horrorgreenbook@gmail.com. Okay, cool, cool. So, Flesh Suitman, what's your favorite type of horror film, and what is your favorite horror film? Young Danielle there. Danielle's still hot. Love that woman. Hey, yeah. Seriously, I definitely enjoy that, Joseph. Like, seriously, take a picture whenever you see me. Like, I'll tell that to everyone. Like, if you see me at a con, sometimes I'm a bit enamored with people approaching me at cons to say hello. I'm still one of those guys that is surprised that people watch my channel and that people follow me along, and people are actually excited to meet me in some cases. So it's just like, oh, that's pretty cool. I'm glad to meet everyone that supports the channel. So sometimes I'm just lost in conversations that I forget to ask for a picture. So I've been trying to be a bit better with that and ask people like, hey, let's take a picture together. Okay, so you like slasher and giallo? I love giallo. I've been on a giallo kick lately myself. I've been going through a lot of them on Shutter. Yeah, definitely. Joseph, check out Facebook Marketplace. That's where you can get a lot of them for cheap. That's actually where I got my webcam to do streams, and my mic and a few other things. Yeah. Oh, Restless, you're right. She's definitely she's gotten, I'll put it like this. She's gotten pretty fit. She's pretty muscular. I'm thinking she's hitting the gym pretty hard. And I think also it's probably one of those things where I know some women have done the same as they've gotten a bit older. They've hit the gym a lot, especially the weights, because it helps a lot with bone health. So, a lot of women have started to kind of like shed that fear of actually lifting weights. But yeah, I've definitely noticed that within the past like year that Danielle has definitely changed her appearance a bit. Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the gym. I've seen her muscle tone is pretty awesome. I don't think it's Ozempic, though. There may be a bit of that too. Can't discount that nowadays. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, yeah, she's had substance issues. I mean, it's not like Monica Keena. I mean, and I love Monica Keena, but it's really hard to see her nowadays. I mean, especially you know when she was so hot in a movie that you enjoy seeing her in, and you're just like, oh man, and then you see her nowadays, and it's just like now she's incredibly skinny. So I'm praying and hoping that Monica definitely gets better. You know what? With Scream 7, I'm always here for more screams. As long as they continue to have something to say about the horror genre, I'm always open for more Scream. At biscuits with the biscuits and the chicken. um, but yeah, I'm happy that they're gonna bring more Sydney into Scream. I mean, it's cool that they had that break from Sydney with Scream 6, but I mean, Sydney's integral. She's a very important part to the franchise, so you got to have it. Well, you know what? I didn't mind Scream 5 and 6 per se. See, I'm the type of person that I'm not a fan of Scream 3 at all. That's the only one in the franchise that I wasn't a fan of. I'm even a 4 apologist. I know a lot of people do not like 4 at all, and I like it. 5 and 6 were okay. I mean, I don't think there were anything like special, but I like that they were able to bring something back because I thought Scream was dead after 4. I like that they were able to inject the new blood that they were trying to go for in 4, and they actually continued with it with the core 4. But now with 7, I know it's going to be completely more Sydney centric and with her family, which I think is pretty cool. I would love to see more with Sydney's family. Oh, Dewey, poor Dewey. Dewey was the Teflon Don there. Dewey was definitely, the Iron Man, and that's one of those things. I know a lot of people were really heated in regards to Dewey. Hey, you know what, Flesh Suitman? I'm with you. I'm with you on 4. I love 4. And you know what? I think part of that for me is because I was not expecting much from 4 because 3 had let me down so much. Now, I will say this: as much as 3 let me down, I will say that it was the perfect way to cap off those first 3 films in the original trilogy. Yeah, I think the daughter's going to be like high school age in the film. I could be wrong, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, Dewey was in the quarry. Yeah, yeah, I have hope for 7. I mean, with Scream, Scream is one of those films that really depends on the writing. I would say more than any horror franchise because it's supposed to always have something to say about the state of horror. So my thing is, what will Scream 7 say about horror nowadays? Do any of you have any ideas about where they would possibly talk about in regards to the meta side of Scream? Got the hunting party going to get Victor. 45 minutes and 40 seconds. WNUF, yeah. I've seen that only one time, and that was a few years ago. But that's a fun concept. I love quirky, creative things like that. I think that's why I really enjoy Late Night with the Devil. Just awesome concept, something that hasn't been done in horror. Like, and also I'm old enough to still have memories of Johnny Carson, so I am familiar with his reign on the late night landscape. So, and then also, with the whole drama with Letterman and Leno trying to get that spot from Carson. Yeah, yep, you're right, Flesh Suitman. The quarry got its name from that movie. So horror video games. Um, John Carpenter said that there was going to be that he's working on something video game related. I'm not sure if it's Halloween. I think that would be awesome. And we know John Carpenter loves his video games, and he also loves his, and he loves his. So, any chances for any of those three, he's going to be there. Yeah, Late Night was awesome. Oh, that was such a fun movie. Like, it's something about a movie that's just like so creative that it hasn't been done yet that just really wraps you in to the whole vibe. Like, I was so excited to see that film, so I'm glad to have finally caught that. Yes, he also loves basketball too. He's a huge basketball fan. Yeah, John Carpenter was pretty cool. I saw him earlier this year at Joe Bob's Jamboree, and that's an experience that I'll never forget. Like watching The Thing and Prince of Darkness at the drive-in under the stars with John Carpenter talking about it. Just give me a time machine to take me back to that night. So it was The Thing, then Prince of Darkness, and then right afterwards they showed Return of the Living Dead. that was that was a night to remember. Yeah, he does have a gaming channel. 5K. Snot Rocket. Yeah, Snot Rocket is still one of like top five most disgusting things ever in life. But it's also one of those things that takes talent. Because you can actually do it and it just be like, instead of a rocket, it's just like a string that just goes down. Juice World. Oh man, I was just listening to the new posthumous Juice World album. Yeah, it's crazy to think that he would just been 23, so young, and he was one of the young rappers that I actually really did like because I like emo rap. Speaks to the sad boy in me. So not only that, but he was ultra talented. Like the fact that he could freestyle for like 30 minutes straight is like a very very rare thing to do. So it's sad to see him gone so young. So people seek help in regards to substance problems for sure. Gotta lead it more. How can you make intros? Well, it depends on the type of intro that you want to do. Like you can just do an intro with clips from previous things that you've done to make you know a little clip intro. Also, you could do like animated ones. I have a good buddy of mine that I need to contact to see if he'd be willing to do one for me. I'll commission one from him. Just a quick little one to add to my videos. mix things up. But yeah, definitely you can find everything out on this thing right here called YouTube. So I'm pretty sure you'll find some good creators that'll definitely teach you all the ins and outs in regards to that. That's the fun thing about YouTube. Like literally, before I even started my channel, I literally looked over countless videos in regards to vlogging and starting your own YouTube channel. Sad Boy Solstice. Yes, indeed. Shout out. But yeah, even before I started to do live streams, I was highly intimidated, so I had to watch tons of videos. And even then, it's one of those things that even with you watching videos, you kind of have to like learn hands on because that's how I am. I'm that type of person that I kind of have to get that muscle memory going. I love this part. Oh, he did the like Goldberg spear right there. Oh, and this is a brutal kill. Adam Green actually includes this kill in the montage um before every Hatchet panel to let people know. Well, for the people that have never seen a film, know what they're in store for with the panels. It's kind of like a greatest hits. Yes, definitely shout out to Brandon. Oh man, it's always bittersweet. Well, it's going to be bittersweet from now on, seeing Tony Todd and stuff. It's like a national treasure. So, Flesh Suitman or Old Restless, are there any horror celebrities that you haven't met yet that are high on your list to meet in the future? Yes. R.I.P. the Tony. Long live Tony Todd. And you guys know, to keep the Candyman alive, you got to speak his memory. You got to keep his memory alive. You got to talk Tony up every chance you get. Maybe he'll appear in the mirror behind us with a hook. Oh, that's cool. I've met him. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Tommy Jarvis. I got him to put my all-time favorite quote from. Well, it's one of my favorite quotes from Return of the Living Dead on my poster, which is, "You mean the movie lied?" What I love about him is that he knew the quote. I'm like, could you do one of my favorite quotes? He was like, "You mean the movie lied?" And I'm like, yeah, that's the one. Yes, definitely. Wherever he is, it's definitely going to be a less crazy place. That's for sure. Come on, man. You gotta move faster than that, man. You can't have the plumber's butt. You gotta get over into that boat. Come on. You hyped for Christmas? Oh, that's cool, man. I'm hyped more so to watch Christmas horror. So I'm gonna get, I'm gonna get a whole good spectrum. So you're gonna get a little Gremlins, get some Black Christmas, Silent Night, Deadly Night. Ooh, Christmas Evil. And my all-time Christmas horror movie, which is Inside. So if you've never seen Inside, guys, definitely check it out. very, very gory horror film. Thanks a lot, Fresh Soup, man. I really, really appreciate that. Thanks a ton. I'll make sure to definitely join them ASAP. Yes, you're right, Flesh Soup, man. Some good old French extremity. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that time. You know, you got like Inside, you got um Martyrs, High Tension, um so many great ones. Them, Libertines. Yeah, High Tension's a great one. That was my first one that I saw. I didn't know it was a French film. I just remember when it came out. It was at Blockbuster, and I remember hearing good things about that one. And I finally, saw it when it came to DVD, and whew, the scene in the truck with the severed head. Yeah, needless to say, after that, I was like, yeah, I gotta finish this movie. I gotta see what this movie's about. Them is awesome. Them is awesome. And I love the Strangers. So I love that comparison. Home Alone, yes. I mean, Home Alone is definitely a horror movie if you're Harry or Lloyd for sure. Oh, Dow Coat Santa, yeah, yeah, that's a great one. Definitely the better Home Alone. I I have a awesome memory of my son watching that. Remember watching it when Joe Bob showed it on the last drive-in, and my kiddo just so happened to watch it with me, and he's a huge horror fan ever since he was a little one. So yes, it was called like Switchblade Romance, Old Restless. But yeah, my kiddo saw the part with the dog when the dog gets it in Dial Code Santa, and he was just like, and ever since that part, like he was like dialed into that movie. Like he did not move an inch until the end of that movie. He was all into that movie, and he still talks about that movie to this day. He was like, "Hey, do you remember that movie with the Santa and the kid in the movie and the kid in the castle house?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Hey, have a good night, Joseph. Thanks so much for stopping through, buddy. Yeah, Fletch Suitman. I mean, they definitely had a case to sue Home Alone. I mean, there's more than a passing similarity with that film. Yes, guys, make sure to smash that like button. It helps the channel out. Thanks a lot for reminding me, Joseph. Catch you later, buddy. But yeah, I think Old Restless had an alternate name of like Switchblade Romance or something like that. It was something really weird and unique. Oh yeah, this part too. Oh yeah, this kill. All right, guys, we are at 1 hour, 1 minute, and 13 seconds. You don't want to miss this. Oh, oh my goodness. This is why I love Adam Green for kills like this. And what's cool is because at Scarefest, my buddy Joe um, asked Adam, along with a few other directors that were on the panel for horror directors, that included Tom Holland. and also oh my gosh, who else was on that panel? Oh my gosh, I'm so mad that I can't think of his name right now. Hold on, jeez, hold on. I gotta Google Charles Band. Oh my gosh, Charlie Band. His name was on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, he had asked them if any of them had seen Terrifier 3 yet and what were their thoughts. Um, and Tom, he's like, it's kind of not my thing. And along with Charles Mann, they're like kind of like, it's not my type of horror or whatnot. But Adam could have guessed, but Adam was like, I've seen it. I loved it. I loved what Damien's doing. And I would imagine that he would feel the same, with that because they I would imagine have been at more than a few cons together and probably have had a few discussions about horror and their love for it. And I would say that, without Adam doing what he's done with the Hatchet series and that being a little bit of a transition in the 2000s and having that be a little bit of a revival for slashers, I would say that that definitely paid a bit of an inspiration to Damien and his continuation of the Terrifier series and keeping it independent, not really going towards the studios for help, and that way keeping it true to what us horror fans love. So I only watch the French OG version of High Tension. The head smash scene is so much better. You know what? Yeah. I learned my lesson after watching the American remake of Martyrs. And I said, you know what? I'm swearing myself off on any new French Extremity remakes. So I haven't seen Inside's remake or and also the yeah. So any of that stuff like that, no. But yeah, Child's Play Tom Holland. I saw him a couple of times. He was hanging out at the hotel's restaurant and he's just chilling. And he was literally like for for a man to have such an advanced age as him, he's still pretty spry. Like the only thing that's faulty on that man is the hearing. Other than that, he's all there. And I love that because that's also the same thing for Tom Atkins. It's like, hey, just make sure to speak up that they can hear you. But other than that, it's all good. Uh oh. What's that? I hear something cranking up. Yeah, I'm hearing the chainsaw. So I'm just running, guys. And he comes out with like the obnoxiously long chainsaw. Like that Chainsaw Massacre 2 slash what's the other, oh my gosh. Oh. Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 slash Mandy type chainsaws. Ugh. Two for one. Hey, he has a good theory there. I mean, stay with me. The Tony Todd version. I really do love the flow of the Hatchet series. Like it's literally just one after the other after another. And what I love is the attention to detail that Adam really puts into the films because, for one, like the book, like, do you know that's a real book? Also, I really, speaking of books in relation to Hatchet, I hear that Adam's thinking of possibly putting like behind the scenes type book together in regards to like all the Hatchet films and what went into making. Because I hear he has like a lot of great notes in regards to how a lot of stuff was done, and they documented a lot of good stuff. So that would be pretty cool. That would make for a great collector's item, and I would love to get a few signatures on that, kind of like with my Crystal Lake Memories book. Like I try to get as many people from the Friday the 13th franchise in that book. If he bleeds, he can die. Yeah. Oh man. I'm looking forward to 2025, guys. There's going to be a lot of good stuff that I have planned for the channel. Like starting off with of course I'll be in Las Vegas within the first 2 weeks of January to go to the Halloween and Party Expo again. That was pretty cool because I get to see exclusives like what Trick or Treat Studios has for the upcoming year. So a lot of the stuff that is in the Trick or Treat Studios catalog, they'll have examples of prototypes at the actual booth that they'll have. So that's going to be awesome. Get to see all types of cool things as far as like shirts and different vendors, animatronics. Um, it's a fun event for sure. So I look forward to bringing some good content in regards to that. Also, that same week, it will be Days of the Dead Las Vegas. So I'm very excited to go to that again. And this year, they're actually trying to incorporate a few late night things because they figure that because it's Las Vegas that people are looking forward to do other things, you know, on Fremont Street and on the Strip. But for horror fans, we're just like, well, yeah, we're in Vegas, but we kind of want to hang out with other horror fans in Vegas and do stuff. So hopefully they'll have like a party as well, because I know sometimes they'll get people together at one of the I think it's like an arcade type place on Fremont Street. So that would be pretty cool. And then I think at the end of the month, I will be in California for Creep IE Con. That's going to be awesome. And then just lead into the year. There's going to be more and more cons. So it's going to be a fun 2025, guys. Hoping to go to a few new cons that I haven't been to, a few new states. Just continue to grow the channel, guys. Oh, he's pinned down. Got him in the back. Yeah, Victor's brutal. I love Victor Crowley. Oh, gotta crank it up. I mean, that's creative. A belt sander death. I can't think of another belt sander death in horror. I mean, there probably has been one. I can see like Italian horror possibly having um a belt, ugh, round the head. Hey, Doomhead, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Yeah, A majority of these have signatures on them. So you'll see my Dream Warriors one here. It has most of the cast. Um, there's two glaring omissions. I definitely want to meet Lawrence Fishburne and Patricia Arquette. I hope to get her autograph next year. She just signed on to do conventions. So I'm definitely keeping my fingers crossed that I'll get to meet her. Anyone that's just joining, we are at 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 22 seconds in Hatchet 2. The link is pinned up at the top of the chat if any of you want to join in on the spooky fun. Right now we have RA going head to head with Victor Crowley. Hey, thanks a lot, Doomhead. I hope I get it too. I missed out on Lawrence Fishburne's autograph earlier this year. He had a special signing with assignment company that I'm familiar with, and the algorithm did not work in my favor because I didn't learn about the signing event until the deadline had passed. So that was a major bummer this year. Yes, Dream Warriors, oh restless. That docking. Ah. Hey, for old guy, RA put up a good fight here. I love how they just ramped everything up right here at this part. Uh oh. Hey, judging by this scene, it definitely tells you that old man strength is a real thing. It's like that old guy that has one good fight left in him. It's like, I got one left. This is that time. Oh, oh. Should have drank more milk, Ari. Uncle Bob is about to get curb stomped. That's another awesome kill too, with the blinking. um, Adam Green puts that on his greatest kill list for Hatchet as well. That one always gets the laughs from the crowd. Uh oh. That's a pretty awesome insult there. Hatchet faced F. I mean, have any of you guys ever had a hypothesis that was well thought out, but as well thought out as it was incredibly wrong? That's basically what's happening here. You're like, all right, that's a lot of blood. I mean, shouldn't he be dead now? You're like, okay, we're quiet. So wait, okay. Oh, I gotta add. Right when it's getting good. That's the thing about Tubi, guys. But for the horror library that it has, I'll gladly put up with an ad or two. It's nowhere near as bad as YouTube ads. Like, YouTube ads are like almost unbearable nowadays, guys. Okay. I maybe have two more ads left, guys. Hang in there with me. You really can't. I mean, I'm a kid of the 80s and 90s. I remember watching edited stuff on television and still having to sit through commercial breaks. So for me to actually get a full uncut film and for me to just get maybe a little ad break, hey, it is what it is. I'll gladly take it. And you're right, oh Restless. There's some really good stuff in Tubi's category. I mean, their catalog. Jeez. Um, I remember when a friend of mine told me about Tubi. They're like, "Man, have you ever gone on Tubi? I know you're into horror." And I'm like, "No, I've never heard of it." And he's like, "Dude, get on there like right now. It's like free movies, and their horror selection is crazy because that was at the point where people were complaining about how terrible Netflix's horror selection was. And if you know, you know. If you, I mean, Netflix is terrible with their selection of horror films and rotating them out. Tubi for free does a great job. Every single month, new films swapped out, great ones. I'll spend an hour just going through the movies. It's kind of like a virtual version of scrolling the horror section at a video store. That's like the closest I can get to that feeling again, that nostalgia. So you're just like, oh, I've never seen that. Let me add that to the watch list. Yeah, kids don't know how good they have it nowadays. Like I tell my son nowadays that, hey man, you have it really good. Like you can watch whatever movies you want to watch on a road trip, and you're insanely entertained, or you think you're pretty bored after a while. But imagine your batteries running out on your Game Boy or your Game Gear or your Walkman, and you have to rely on the books that you brought. That's the real struggle back in the day. Daniel was so cute in this. Yeah, part of the fun is the hunt for the classics. Yeah, going through the TV guide. Oh, yes, that TV guide love where you're just scrolling through when it came through. Like, because you had like, okay, you had the TV guide that came in the newspaper, and then you actually had TV Guide magazine that came in the grocery store. So I was a TV Guide out of the newspaper family because my dad was perpetual newspaper guy. Even to this day, my dad still gets the newspaper. Yeah, I know. But pretty much the TV Guide in the newspaper, I'm just like, all right, at this time, or setting up the VCR to record a certain movie for you to watch. And then you have to learn like the ins and outs of it, like how you had to like sometimes put like an extra 15 or 30 minutes past the recording so that you can get all of the movie because sometimes a sporting event would delay a particular movie that you wanted to see, and if you recorded it based on the scheduled time, you would miss like the last 15 minutes. Oh, those are some rough times, guys. These kids don't know the struggle. Oh, Tony, Tony. No, Rev. Not the Rev. That's such a cool death. Oh man, the skidding. All right, MB, chop it up. Danielle's so little. That's like the smallest woman. That's such an awesome ending. Oh, I love that ending. Oh, guys. Well, that was Hatchet 2. The awesome, awesome Hatchet 2 with a great cast. I think it's better than Hatchet 1 for sure. They ramped it up. They did everything that they were supposed to do with a slasher sequel. Wrapped up the kills, added more backstory. Uh, the fighter girl becomes more of a badass. So many great things about it. But yeah, she's like 5 foot nothing. She's like 4'11", 5 foot nothing for sure. She's extremely tiny, old restless. So I think we're gonna keep this going. I think we're gonna watch the rest of the Hatchet series on down to Victor Crowley. Yeah. I was just about to get to that old restless. We're gonna watch all of them. We're gonna most likely do Hatchet 3 next week, and then Victor Crowley. But we may actually do a surprise watch along maybe tomorrow. To be honest, I've had so much fun with these live streams as of late, so I'll probably do another watch along maybe tomorrow. So guys, if you are not doing anything, definitely stop on by, or if you are busy, just catch that live stream later on whenever you are free. But I'm thinking of possibly doing a Hatchet 3 watch along tomorrow. And then, just to kind of speed things up, because with Tubi, they recycle things so quickly. So I'll probably try to get that before they take it off. But yeah, guys, I hope everyone is doing great tonight. It was so much fun hanging out with you all. I mean, you guys really make this like so worthwhile. If you guys are new here, and if you all make sure to go ahead and subscribe. We try to do the horror watch alongs as often as possible. For me, I've been slacking off a little bit with them, but I'm trying to get back onto doing them at least weekly. But I'm definitely going to try to do them as often as possible, because I really do like the engagement and hanging out with you all. And this is the time to actually ask me questions. I'll ask you guys questions, and we really do have a hangout with each other. And so that if you do catch me at a horror con, you'll be able to see me there, and we'll pick up like we are doing now. But yeah, Tiffany Shep is awesome. She's super cool. She's a very cool chick for sure. But yeah, man, thank you so much, guys. I think that is it for tonight. We're just gonna go ahead and call it a night here at the Horror Greenbook. I hope you all definitely had a great time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It is always a blast here in the scary sanctuary with you travelers. You make this so worthwhile, guys. Thank you again. I cannot thank you enough. But we're going to sign off. I am your travel guide, Brendan, with the Horror Greenbook, letting you know that it is scary in those streets. So let me know that you made it home safely. Boogie Man. Boogie Man.